Weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He dumps this off underneath. Here's Davis. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Now Ryan. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. Here's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick. They'll try and run forward with Davis. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 2nd and goal, Ryan toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents up.
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Grady Jarrett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going full. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
McCaffrey following the penalty. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Griffin into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Griffin. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish. But you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, Ryan. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Touchdown! Cordero Patterson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And oh, it's blocked. The Panthers get it. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's all the way into the end zone. And so much for losing the lead with the 2 points there. This game's back to even. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Griffin looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. They go play action. Griffin. They'll roll him out right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are down by a single possession here, 16-9 as they come up 1st and 10. 2nd down and 5. To throw is Ryan. Completes it to Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
But I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Griffin. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. To throw is RG3. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense and this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later
and a big loss here as he's taken down. John Kaminsky able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Ryan.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Burris. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. After the interception, here's Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Griffin's throw complete there to Thomas.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the shotgun, Griffin. He's going to look deep for more. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Now it's Patterson.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Open man is Cameron Batson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
And Ryan's throw here complete to Batson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He'll get this complete to Batson. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Koo to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now it's Griffin.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd and 1, Griffin. Found his target. It's Anderson.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Griffin. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Play action. Now Griffin. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 39, Griffin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Ryan to the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan.
Oh, what a catch by Pitts.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Now it's Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Griffin.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Griffin. That caught by Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
That's it, man. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Open man is Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Foyesade and Milliken. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, right at the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and 10, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Derek Brown in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brian Burns. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Not much there, only a yard. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
To throw for it is Ryan. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Ryan. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. From the shotgun, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. One last shot for Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Panthers,
they improved to 5-3 as they approach the halfway point of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.